Hey guys, I am an average climber and my name is Robin. I'm sorry that I'm sitting in this hotel room. I will be doing that for the next 2 or 3 videos. Maybe you didn't see the last video, then you should see that last video. Anyway, I'm sitting in this hotel room because I'm waiting for my credit cards. My wallet got stolen in Sri Lanka and now I'm waiting for it. So that's fun. Anyway, this video is going to be about climbing in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka? I'm going to say Sri Lanka from now on, it sounds better. Stay tuned. Boom, yeah. Gonna be awesome. I started in Stockholm, Sweden, went straight for Hampi. From there I took buses and trains through northern India and made my way to Nepal for the Everest Base Camp trek. After that, for my first lead climbing experience outdoors in Tonsai Beach, and now I've recently been to Sri Lanka to meet up my close surfing friend and see if Sri Lanka has some climbing potential. And why did you put the Sri Lanka video before the Tonsai video, you may ask? Well, I'm doing a compilation, no, a versus, a comparison of Thailand climbing and Takek climbing, or Tonsai and Takek climbing. It's the two climbing meccas of Southeast Asia. And since I'm going to Takek after Sri Lanka, it just made more sense to put it this way. So I basically went to Sri Lanka just to meet my friend. But of course, since before I go to any place at the moment, I always Google climbing in insert place here. And the forum threads for Sri Lankan climbing were not positive. However, there was one article that I found that featured an indoor climbing wall in Sri Lanka, so that was my best bet, and I just went to the address, and lo and behold, they had taken down the climbing wall. But they said that they were going to this location the day after where they were going to look at this bouldering area. I just said I'm joining and they said you're welcome. So we left by car that morning to the location. It was about an hour drive from Colombo, the city where you probably end up going to if you go by plane to Sri Lanka. And after the drive and upon arrival and just seeing the place, I probably had 4 or 5 visual orgasms. It's an amazing place. There is rock in Sri Lanka, but there's not much climbing yet. It's only a few super dedicated people, but with too little time on their hands. And the companies and people who actually work with this down in Sri Lanka already have contact with bigger companies like Petzl to ensure that just to make sure that it will be a safe environment for the climbing that is so soon to come. Sadly, I only got to try 2 boulders. After just a couple of hours, it started raining. It was basically a massive waterfall, just soaking everything around. How's the climbing going? Also, on top of this, Sri Lanka is by far one of the nicest countries I've visited. It's like a more modern and cleaner version of India, I'd say. So the video is basically an open invitation to anyone who would like to be a part of opening a new climbing sector in Sri Lanka, because there are people there, but they do need help. Any help really, I think they would appreciate. So just comment or message me here on YouTube and I'll just set you up with their details and you can take it from there. So their plan is basically to set up bouldering areas and climbing sectors with accommodation in Sri Lanka. They're really energetic and they have the passion for it. They just need the time and the people and the workers to do it. Yeah. So the next video will be about the Tonsai versus climbing. Tonsai versus Takek climbing. And it will be great. It's so warm outside, it's like 40 degrees Celsius. It's crazy. I've been sitting in this hotel room for like 2 days straight because as soon as I go out, this face turns to water. I'm serious, it's so if you're going to Laos to climb, don't go now. A little quick tip from an average climber. Quick tip there. Just a little tip for you guys. A tip. A tip. So now I'm gonna film the next video. Bye.